All right, what's going on, guys? This is Young Lean Jr. Just want to talk about Johnny Depp, man. Today he ended up testifying in trial, and that was actually the first time him, breaking his silence in this court case. Now, he said a variety of things. The prosecutor, they really was asking him questions about his childhood, how he got into acting, what was his aspirations. But one of the things that was really that stood out that a lot of people want to know is that how did he meet Amber Heard? How did they get into a relationship, and when did it start to deteriorate? Based on my knowledge, when I was looking at Law, a Crime, a Network, so Johnny Depp, he got involved with Amber Heard actually due from his friend Hunter. His friend Hunter actually was working on some type of manuscript, and he ended up finding it. It was called Diaries, and it was a novel, and it was supposed to be a movie. He was like, we're gonna make this into a movie. And so they end up coming out, try to get some money, start raising money for it, and then next thing you know, they got the funds for it. And after they read the script, the screenplay, they was like, man, this is amazing, so let's get some casting auditions. And so what he heard was is that, no pun intended, but Amber Heard was a actress, up and coming actress at that particular time, that was trying to star in this particular film, and she was there for at least 5 times. And Johnny Depp was like, okay, well, at this time, this when Johnny Depp was kind of, making a name for himself. He already played in 21 Jump Street. He was in some other little films, and like I say, he was a good musician at that time. Actually, Nicolas Cage, I didn't know, actually put him on. That's according to Johnny Depp when he moved to L.A. after the kind of the split of the band, and he was on these various projects just to keep the bills paid. But he was like, dang, so well, since then you keep talking about this actress here, audition and stuff. She auditioned 5 times. You already know her strength and her weaknesses. Let's just see, come together, see what kind of, position she can get in. And he was just saying, like, they was in different films and things of that nature and in different scenes. What was really romantic is that the kiss in the shower, in that scene, he was like, it was just so powerful, even though they were acting, but he said it was just so powerful. He kind of grew close to her, so it was just something that he really never experienced before. And what drew his attraction to her is that, he was listening to blues and literature, and she was very knowledgeable about that. So actually, you kind of understand like the deep reasoning why they were together, things of that nature. Back in, I say, '08, I think they got married around like what, 2011. So, but they got kind of a little bit close to each other, man. So it was just blues and literature, so they had a little bit things in common. But what things are started to unfold is that, it was a routine after they was filming. They used to go in a little trailer and things of that nature for the set, after breaks and stuff. And she was actually known for just, being nice to him, far as like taking his boots off and offering him a glass of wine. Now, Johnny Depp was very introverted and shy. Then he was like, yeah, he accepted it. He was cool a bit about it. It was one day he came home, he came back to the trailer, and she was on the phone talking to whatever, a family member, and she didn't probably, wasn't paying attention enough to take his boots off. So he did it upon himself. Let me take my own boots off and chill. And so she noticed that and started chastising him. That's when, according to his statement, that okay, the relationship is starting to deteriorate now. And you can see like it was getting horrible. I mean, it was a lot of shouting matches. According to Laura Anderson, who was the marriage counselor, saying that it was like a lot of mental abuse going on, mutual abuse. They were shouting at each other. She was escalating things because she, I guess in her defense, that she didn't want to lose Johnny Depp. But I was just like, dang, man, this is so unfortunate. I mean, it seemed like, in the beginning, when they was in love, I mean, it was innocent, but those red flags started to come about. And as you can see too, it's just continuously to progress with him, getting injured. I mean, then she made this opinion about him on the Washington Post, talking about him indirectly. And I get it too. He's an A-list actor. I mean, he knows he wants to get back into film. You got to protect your image as much as possible. So, and with that, with the defamation lawsuit suing her for like, $50 million because of that. I mean, yeah, I think it's very appropriate. Now, is Amber Heard the villain? I mean, like I said, you're innocent to proven guilty at this point, but at the same time, man, it does look kind of suspect, man. It looks kind of like, dang, this is really crazy. But, it seemed like, with Johnny Depp was, he was a genuine man. I didn't know that, he was born in Kentucky, and, with his brothers and his sister, Christine and Danny. But they were saying that, yeah, he said that he was abused physically by his mom a lot. His mom didn't really take care of him too much, and it was sad that he was actually real close to his dad, even though his dad beat him because his mom forced him to. And I was just like, dang, man. He said it was one particular thing when he was a child. His mom, was saying that he did something that he even didn't do, and so his dad believed in his mom instead of just trying to get both sides of the story and making an executive decision. Started critically thinking, took off his belt and beat him and whooped him. And his dad was cussing us. They're like, Dad, I didn't even do this. I didn't do this. So, but he said, I guess he still had a lot of respect for his father, because I guess in that time, that's the only person that he really respect. I mean, that really kind of cared for him in a way, besides the beatings. But what was really sad is that his father abandoned him when he was 15 years old. And I was like, damn, so he was kind of forced to grow up, and his father gave him the responsibility. He was like, hey, leave with your mother. I know you and your mom is not on the same page, but you are the man now. And he was just like, man, I have to accept these words. I'm like 15 years old. And that's when he started, he dropped out of school, became a musician, things of that nature. His mother fell into a deep depression. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is that, based on when I was listening, Johnny Depp went through a lot of physical trauma. He know what it is, and it's like he's kind of reliving that a little bit, with his ex-wife at that time. So it's just like, dang, man, his mother passed, but he was just saying, like, it was really hard. It was really rough for him, and I kind of feel for him in that way, man. It's just like you're trying to figure out your identity, but he came out of nothing. He made something out of nothing, literally. And that's why I respect him so much, man. I was just like, wow. So he seemed genuine in there. I mean, yeah, he was talking a little bit slow. I mean, I don't know, but he still was battling. I'm not saying he's a saint or anything, but he was still battling with like drugs, like hard drugs, cocaine, things of that nature. He's a lot of Xanax spills. I mean, he was in a deep depression, anxiety too. And this is when he was going to Broadway, but it was just a very interesting thing. I mean, you actually in this trial today, when he took the stand, I think was very brilliant in his part, because now he can actually clean up his image. You can clean up his reputation, so you can actually hear from him. So it's really cool for the plaintiff to be like, okay, this is the bottom line. This is who I grew up in. This is how I am. And I think he discussed that with his lawyer, so that can at least help convince the jury, like, hey, I'm innocent here. Like, what I'm saying, I'm the victim here. So Amber Heard is the perpetrator. But it's gonna be interesting though. If you can hear from Amber Heard too, I think we're gonna do that as well. If she didn't speak, but I just think it's gonna be, I don't know if it's gonna get kind of ugly, but you really learn a lot about Johnny Depp. Seriously, it seemed like he was like a very good family man. He was talking about too the paparazzi. He didn't want the paparazzi all in his business. He's a very private person. Same thing like his father. He wanted his children to not be bullied in that nature when they was going to school trying to get their education, and they reading things about their father. So I totally get that. So he's like, I have to clean this up. I mean, the only way for me to do this is to actually exercise this in court. And they explained to him why he was there today. Why is he filing a defamation lawsuit back in 2019, right? So now it's 2022. And they got a divorce back in 2016. So but Johnny Depp, man, it was just kind of cool how he got the inspiration to act. It was actually by accident, according to him. Like, said, Nicolas Cage put him on, and then he put him on with his agent. He said, even though you were in a band, but I think it's something that you can do. I think you could be an actor. And he ended up getting little small gigs and doing a lot of crazy movies, and it went on from there. But it's really cool. You can see that in the passion in his voice that he wants to get back into acting. So this trial is actually really interesting, man. So check it out on Law Crime Network. I mean, they got a lot of celebrities, big time trials in there. And like I said, opening statements is a little boring though, but I think as far as like when you get to trial day 1, day 2, day 3, when we got the witnesses taking the stand, it's really cool, man. So it's really good to hear about this though. So it's all up to the jury, man. But that's all I really have to say. I just want to bring my thoughts and my analysis on this, and who's pretty much winning this case at this moment. I think Johnny Depp is, but Amber Heard got a case. I mean, like I said, if her defense lawyer can successfully prove that she was actually the one that was being physically abused and verbally abused because of Johnny Depp, he has a drug addiction problem, and he causing her to act this way, then that reasonable doubt. So we got to see. But this is your boy Young Lee Jr. It's very interesting. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. I appreciate you guys. And they think that's gonna resume tomorrow, so I'll probably be doing my analysis on this and following this court case. I'm out. Deuces.